due to the coronavirus, pandemic, we are currently podcasting from our own homes.
That's right. I'm halfway across the country right now.
And I'm in Connecticut where nothing happens.
Well, I'm in Southwest Michigan where nothing also happens. So we're both in.
So let's talk about places
Talk
where
about some rap.
let's talk about stuff that's actually happening. So
Yes.
Cardi B had a very viral video.
Oh, that's right.
Coronavirus. And what ended up happening is actually a producer sampled her screaming coronavirus and made the coronavirus.
The cars, right.
And so right now there are some legal issues because Cardi B is requesting money for that, which understandable.
Yes, understandable. But
Uh,
I'm thinking like it's understandable, as both of us are musicians, money is where we can get money, we want to be able to get it. And if someone uses something that we made, we should be entitled to. But at the same time, if you're making like a video just to post on Instagram, Twitter, social media, and someone takes that's like what they're doing, I feel like is different than you just posting the video. I could be, my opinion is completely different than yours.
There's like a whole. It's gonna be very hard for her to make the case because of the fact that it's not, something that she legally owns.
Right.
Due to the fact that she signed user agreements when she logged into these accounts, just like many producers, their producer tags are vines. Like when
Right.
I use the Diesel Jeans vine for
Right.
my producer tag, so which I have every legal right to do that. That guy can't sue me.
Right.
So but I mean, Cardi B, she's gonna have like rich lawyers and everything, so she could.
There might be a way she could finesse it.
Yeah.
Finesse it.
And that's the only coronavirus song that I am like gonna get behind. Too many artists are coming out with these coronavirus songs thinking that they're marketing geniuses, but like these songs are just horrible, played out. They're not fun. Like there's just nothing funny. There's nothing good about them at all.
Yeah, I mean it's unfortunate because you set out to do something like make a song about a particular topic, especially coronavirus. Everyone in the world knows about that.
Yeah.
If you can't synthesize your ideas in a way that's funny but still kind of gets your point across, then it's like you said, it's like it's not worth our time.
Exactly. Like it just doesn't. It just seems like it seems like the people who are making those songs like they believe that's what's gonna like boost them into popularity, but that's just gonna make them like a viral meme for 15 minutes
And then they get their 15 minutes and then on to the next one.
Because like, are you really gonna be bumping a song about coronavirus? No.
When coronavirus even isn't a thing anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you won't.
Yeah, it's just like there's not really that much like artistic influence in there or anything.
No, it takes a certain level of skill to artistically rap about a topic that is not necessarily something that can be rapped about.
Yeah, someone who actually does that very well is Lil Dicky.
Mm-hmm.
I actually believe if someone were to make a good rap song about it, it would be him. And actually I've been watching his TV show. Just a quick side thing. I've been watching his TV show Dave on FX and Hulu. Hilarious. Like
really, I've seen advertisements for it. I'm not really big into TV.
It's very raunchy, but actually you would like it because it's because it's like raunchy comedy, but it's legitimately about his come up as Lil Dicky, but obviously it's like a scripted just comedic show.
Like a show.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
back to coronavirus though. 6ix9ine is making headlines again with
Yeah,
coronavirus.
that is some interesting proceedings on that. I mean, I don't see that. I don't see the reason. I think he's just trying to get out earlier than
Y-
he than
Yeah,
he was supposed to be, right?
yeah. So what had happened is he has asthma, and they cited like many times back where like he's had like these asthma attacks and
Hmm.
everything, and they said that because of that he's afraid of catching the coronavirus because recently coronavirus has now gone into prisons,
I'm sure
which is very unfortunate for
it
the people
is.
in the prison because they have absolutely no way of like hiding from it. Like whether or not in, they did something like illegal or anything, they're still a human being and don't deserve,
Right.
you know.
Get an illness no one
Yeah,
deserves, especially an illness that is life threatening. Absolutely not.
yeah, exactly. So I understand his concerns, but like you do the crime, you do the time. You were supposed like he was supposed to be getting what, like 50 years.
Something like
He's
that.
gonna be,
He's
yeah,
getting the
he's getting 2 years. So I don't think he should be complaining at all. And if he really has a big problem with it, then he should just request
he can be moved
like
to.
solitary or something, like to be moved. The judge denied his request to be released early,
Yeah, that's
understandably.
yes. I would not. That's kind of a.
Mhm.
I kind of think it was just like a try, just like, hey, maybe I can take advantage of this situation and try and get out a little bit earlier than I was supposed to. But I guess
Yeah. But I also don't really get why he would want to do that because as much as he feels like he's in danger, like in prison to the virus, like he is a very polarizing figure. There are many people who hate him, many people who are willing to do horrible things to people that hate him. Yeah, so
hmm
like he will be in a whole lot of danger if he's out of prison.
yeah. And
So
I feel like being out of prison. Who is stomping above me? I don't know. I feel like being out of prison could, is not only that, but I feel like you could be more susceptible to the virus outside of prison than you would be inside because prison you have you have your contained population,
mhm.
and there's also prison hospitals. Obviously, they're not just going to say, oh, you have the sickness, we're just going to leave you in
Yeah,
your cell.
that would be cruel and
But
unusual.
yeah, yes, but if they are, I lost my train of thought. If they are, people are getting coronavirus outside, why would you want to go outside where you can be safe in a cell? No one's killing you. No, the virus isn't has less of a chance of getting to you only because less people are coming in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I honestly think he's better off. He's better off just being in prison because by the time he gets released, this whole thing will hopefully have blown over because he's getting released in November.
Yeah. Well, we can only hope.
Yeah.
Only hope.
Um. So additionally, Meek Mill, he tweeted out recently that back around Christmas time, late December, he was feeling extremely sick with flu-like symptoms, and he lost 15 pounds. And he basically had said that like he is a he's a fairly healthy person in his 30s,
Right,
and
right.
he said like he's worried about like anyone that's not fairly healthy because like, he lost 15 pounds. He
Mm-hmm.
was like he was bedridden, he couldn't do anything. Just imagine if that's someone like with you know um
An
like
underlying health condition.
yeah, that or just someone simply that's old. Like I couldn't imagine how someone would like. I couldn't imagine how like one of my grandparents
Right,
would feel if
absolutely.
they had it. And like I'm praying that like
Mm-hmm.
obviously all three of them are very healthy right now,
Mm-hmm.
and hopefully that stays the same.
Yeah. What's interesting during that same time, around Christmas time, over Christmas break,
Mhm.
I also got very, very sick. I had the same symptoms: high fever, coughing, sore throat, and I was bedridden, and it was absolutely miserable. And I had it for 4 or 5 days, and then it eventually, really subsided. But we didn't know what it was. They were just like, this is a nasty virus. And so I agree. I think, I mean, I could be completely wrong. I don't know. I mean, it was in December, so I mean, it's
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of water under the bridge now, but I might have had an early strain of that, of the coronavirus, because the symptoms check out. And
It's been around since 2013.
exactly, it's
There
not
have
like
been
it's
cases in America in the past. It's just it's never
never been
spread.
on such a widespread level.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Yeah, so, I mean, I know how he felt around that same time. I got the same exact thing he was talking about. I lost a little bit of weight. I didn't lose 15 pounds, but I was bedridden, had all those
mhm,
symptoms. And now that I remember it, like, I would never wish that upon anyone. It's just absolutely miserable. And especially somebody with, a compromised immune system, or somebody who is slightly older who may not be able to fight off infections as well as a younger person.
mhm.
It's truly scary. And I feel, as a healthy individual now, I would like to, help any way possible. I'm trying to, I drive DoorDash out here, so I'm trying to deliver food to people, especially groceries, make the Walmart run for them, so that way they don't have to leave their house,
Yeah.
especially if they are afraid because of their compromised immune system. I can come and do it because I don't have one, and I can be like, here are your groceries. I don't have to touch you. And then a lot of the DoorDashes, they'll say in the instructions, they'll say, this is a no contact delivery. You need to just ring their doorbell, put the food down, and walk away.
Do you wear gloves when you go out on deliveries?
I do not. I have a hand sanitizer, like a little spray that I
Yeah.
spray every time I do a delivery.
Hmm.
I also work at a takeout place here in Michigan, and every time now we're not taking cash payments anymore, only card. And I go every time I go out, I have a pair of latex gloves on.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's definitely it's gonna be like that, I guess, for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, 6 to 8 weeks more of this apparently. So so now moving on from coronavirus. So
Good
we
riddance.
talked a little bit about Lil Uzi dropping Eternal Atake
That's right.
last time. What we actually didn't talk about was how a week later,
Love is Rage 2.
which yeah, uh which I loved. I didn't like it as much as I liked Eternal Atake,
Mhm.
but I still loved it. My favorite
It
song
was,
is
yes.
No Auto with Lil Durk, because whenever I hear No Auto Durk, like it's insane. I honestly, like, I feel like No Auto Durk is better than Auto Durk.
I mean,
Yeah,
Dirk he is a monster
he's
in the booth. A monster in the booth,
yeah,
man.
I mean, but with auto tune, he's still incredible. I'm not
Oh,
trying to
of
say
course. Yeah,
yeah,
no, there's nothing away from it. Auto tune now is really not auto tune in my perspective. I feel like in the past was kind of looked down on as like, oh, you're not using your real voice. But ever since kind of like, I think Kanye West, ever since Kanye
808s and
West, especially
Heartbreak.
808s and Heartbreak, My
Yep.
Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, started using the voice with like
Oh,
vocoders, with all that
yeah.
stuff,
Bro,
all using the voice as an instrument.
the vocoder is simply one of the most it, criminally underrated things. Like Bon Iver Bon Iver with the vocoder is like the most beautiful sound like on earth, in my opinion. Just uh yeah, so it really transformed music to where now we have
Now we have people like Uzi who are harnessing that power using their kind of soft spokenness, but just tweaking that. It's a little, even the
yeah.
slightest bit can just make it sound just that much better.
Yeah, I think also another person who really influenced the use of autotune was Lil Wayne,
Absolutely.
because Lil Wayne used the autotune a lot differently than someone else used it. Like
Like
T like
Kanye,
how
for example.
yeah, like how T-Pain and
T
Kanye,
Pain. Oh yeah,
they used it melodically to
absolutely.
get the pitch right, and but Lil Wayne used it at more as just like like an effect
Yeah, as
kind
like
of.
kind of like an accessory, like
Yeah.
something, like he sounds good without it, but he's like messing around like, ooh, this sounds really good. I'm gonna use this, as like to my advantage. He's using it
Yeah,
as advantageous.
I feel like you hear a lot of that in Lil Uzi. Like
Mm-hmm.
I actually I personally believe like Lil Uzi is like this new generation's Lil Wayne, just like Walmart brand Wayne, because like Wayne is like
Obviously,
on
Wayne just lyrically and
yeah
just the
one
punchlines
of
and
the
just
goats. Yeah.
I could only we could only wish to be Lil Wayne as musicians.
Yeah, Lil Wayne is he like when people mention, you know, Tupac, Biggie, Jay-Z, Nas, if you're not mentioning Lil Wayne,
Lil Wayne, yeah.
I just feel that you are being
You're just kind of
disrespectful.
not disrespectful, but like you're just omitting him. Like he's up in that conversation too. Like
Yeah,
there's no way he shouldn't be.
even if you don't like the person, you have to respect this guy. Like he had one of the greatest albums of all time. Um which another one of the greatest of albums of all time, The Chronic, has officially entered the
Library of Congress.
yeah, the archives. So now there's a few others. There's a few other rap albums that are in the Congressional Archives, including Jay-Z's The Blueprint, Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, one of my
Great
personal
album.
favorites.
Great album.
Straight Outta Compton. So this is actually Dr. Dre's second appearance in the Congressional
Ow.
Archives.
Ow.
Raising Hell, 3 Feet High and Rising, Dear Mama, and Fear of a Black
Fear of a
Planet.
Black Planet.
So why don't we just do a quick Mount Rushmore of what we
Ooh, I
believe.
like it.
I'll let you go first.
Let me think.
What's your number one choice?
To go into like the Library of Congress, or like
what's your first draft pick for best like what album deserves to be in the Congressional Archives?
the first thing I think of, the first thing that comes to my head to me is Good Kid, Mad City,
That was up
Kendrick,
on my list. Yeah.
because there's not one bad song on that album. You can just go through that entire album, just like wow, like, and that is an album like I aspire to create too, because that's a childhood album. That's an album like this is my life growing up, but now I'm looking back on it when I'm 25, when I'm in my adult years, and like this is how I lived, and this is how I'm gonna tell that story to you. And I feel like that is a gift, to be
Yeah.
able to tell a story like that, to be able to say, this is how I lived, but say it in a way that doesn't sound just like I did this, I did this, I did this.
No,
So I feel like that would be a good selection.
exactly. I personally I put Good Kid, Mad City over to Pimp a Butterfly when we're talking
Mm-hmm.
Kendrick albums, but like I do feel though that To Pimp a Butterfly probably has a better chance of entering the Congressional Archives due to uh,
It's
it,
jazzy nature.
yeah. So
I feel
I'd
like
say
Damn would probably do it. Damn won a Pulitzer Prize.
yeah. So I'd say my first pick. Um, I'd have to go with the College Dropout, Kanye West.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Oh, hold
That's
up.
a good one.
Yeah.
Just the sampling,
Yeah.
the
It really, and also the lyrical content. Not before then, like rap was just simply it was the word of like what's going on the streets and
right,
like
right, right.
struggle and everything. But Kanye brought his own different struggle because he wasn't this gangbanger or anything like that. He didn't want to lie about that or anything. He wanted to be Kanye West.
That's a
And
fact.
so I feel he just content wise he just opened up the genre for so many more people. I don't think there is a single dull moment on that album. The production's incredible, and the first
Hmm.
single he recorded it with his jaws wired shut and won a Grammy for it. Like that's incredible.
There you go, baby.
Yeah. All right, what's your number 2 pick?
My number two pick. Jeez, man, you got me racking my brain for. Let me consort. That's maybe. Let me think. Let me think. Come on, come on. Any Drake albums you think would make on there?
I You know, like from like Drake is, he obviously is like this top selling artist and everything and all that, but I don't really think there really is like when you think of Drake, you don't really think of like that album for him. You
Yeah,
just
I
think of a
do.
bunch of
I think of
songs.
Take Care, man.
Take
I
care.
think of Take Care. To
I
be
if
honest,
I
Take Care Drake's my favorite Drake. I
if I
always Drake would go back to that.
if I were to pick one, I'd probably say Nothing Was the Same
Well,
out of Drake, but
that's
Drake
close.
I didn't even consider Drake for my
Oh,
congressional.
I just got to the letter D. I was just like, oh, Drake. Like, oh,
Yeah,
what'd you
yeah.
think, Drake? See, legendary albums. I got one for you. The Marshall Mathers LP.
Ooh, that's
I feel like that could be on a
mhm.
Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, definitely.
Just
Um,
really propel Eminem into really what the guy that he is now. That was like the
yeah,
launch pad for his success.
yeah, and the fact that like his Slim Shady alter ego like is
Mm-hmm.
great. Yeah, old Eminem hits very differently.
Just diff.
Um I'm not the biggest Eminem guy, but credit where credit's due. That is
Yeah,
an incredible album.
absolutely.
I'd say my number two pick. Uh, just because I'm worried you're gonna pick it next, the Carter Three. The uh, the Carter Three just yeah,
Ooh, you stole
it's
it.
that's Lil Wayne in his prime. Like, because
Mm-hmm.
so a lot of
Without a
people
doubt.
talk about the difference between mixtape Wayne and album Wayne. I feel like Carter 3 was mixtape Wayne in an album, and because everyone knows mixtape Wayne, album Wayne, you
Yes.
know.
Yeah.
And I feel that was his best work. I don't think like so obviously he's one of the greatest and everything,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't think even him, like even he could top that.
Yeah, that's gonna be hard to top
My
for
favorite
anyone's sake.
yeah, like Mr. Carter with Jay-Z, like that song is just incredible.
Diff.
Yeah,
Different. Different. All right, let me see who I got in my library.
I'm already planning my next one, hoping
I'm
you'll pick it.
thinking. Let me think, man. Ooh. I'm gonna go sleeper pick right here. Man on the Moon. The end of day. Kid Cudi. I
Wow.
love. That was actually one of the first rap albums I ever listened to, and I still listen to it to this day. Kid Cudi was back in when I was in sixth grade. I remember my social studies teacher was like, you can only listen to Pandora. So I was like, well, if I want to listen to music in class, might as well listen to Pandora. So I just put on rap music, rap radio, and Kid Cudi came up, and I was like, I like this guy. I want to see what more he has to offer. And then I listened to Man on the Moon, and it's just like, wow.
Yeah, sonically,
I was just blown away. I love that album.
yeah, sonically, it's like just the tone is beautiful. Um, just like
Mm-hmm.
Kanye with the College Dropout, it's a different lyrical like different lyrical content from the norm. So it's like it's a breath of fresh air. That was a great choice, and I hadn't even considered it. Um,
Keep scrolling through it. What you got next?
oh, Illmatic, definitely.
Oh,
I
good
was
one.
surprised that it wasn't already in the Congressional
Yeah,
Archive.
I guess.
I'm actually
Are
a
there
little
any? Are there
offended.
any? Are there any Nas albums in the
No,
archives?
Nas is not in the Congressional Archives.
That
I
needs to change.
yeah, that especially because like Illmatic is highly regarded as the greatest. Like
Right, like when you think great rap albums, Illmatic
yeah,
is in that conversation.
like you could make a whole documentary series about like just like each song has its own like 40-minute documentary thing. Like
That'd be a cool little
it
Netflix miniseries.
that could like someone needs to write. They make mini series on anything. Like they gotta make one soon. Uh,
That is true. Let me see. Who else?
all right,
Albums.
what's your last pick? What's your last pick for Mount Rushmore?
My last
Who's
pick
your Teddy
from
Roosevelt?
my Oh God, man. I don't know if I can compare any one of these rappers in my library to Teddy Roosevelt. Um, let's see. Who do I have in? Boy, I'm missing out on like a lot of good, like all the good music. Midnight Marauders, 1993 album by Tribe Called Quest.
Ooh, I was never much of a Tribe Called
I
Quest
love
guy.
Tribe. They're so different. That's what I love about them is that, and
Mhm.
I love those type of artists that they're not afraid. And that's the type of artist I aspire to be. You're not afraid to make the music you want to make because you're gonna be like, look, some people are gonna like it, some people are not gonna like it. You're not the biggest Tribe fan. I love Tribe.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I could definitely that's a very good pick. Not one that I would make, but complete respect to it, and
Mm-hmm.
like there's no denying their ability.
Oh, of course not.
Yeah.
Of course.
Um, my last pick. This is a tough one for me because we still got stuff like Get Rich or Die Trying,
Oh, I
Enter
was
the
thinking
Wu
about that.
Tang,
30. Yep. Yep.
um,
Yep.
yeah, Ready to Die, like All Eyes on Me. They're all there, but my pick is Big L, Lifestyles of the Poor and Dangerous.
Ooh, I like the pick, man.
One of the most criminally underrated albums. I looked at like a list of like top 100 rap albums of all time, and it wasn't even on there. And because I don't know what it is, but for some reason, Big L is never talked about as much along with these other 90s rappers, even
Yeah,
though
no,
like even though like he was with these guys. Like he has songs with Tupac where he bodied Tupac, in my personal opinion. Uh like I just and also there were so many people that were copying Big L.
yeah,
Big L was very much ahead of his time, especially lyrically. If you look at the lyrics of a of like Put It On, like it's so clever. You could think honestly you could think Lil
Hey,
Wayne
hope
rapped
you
that verse on the
don't
Carter
come
3,
on,
you know?
Big L. You could think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And Big
Big
L,
L is, as you said, criminally underrated.
yeah, he actually is my he's my goat. He's my goat. Rest in peace, Big L.
Really?
Yeah, I feel so. Him and Fat Joe, they were boys, and like if you think about how big Fat Joe is now, just I just like to, I personally think I just feel like I feel like Big L passed away too early. Well, obviously he did. He died at a young,
Right.
but like a lot of artists died at a young age and everything. But I just feel like if he had lived on, his name would have been huge, and I think that
He would have been
so
in the
many
Mount Rushmore.
yes, so many more people would be bringing him up when it comes to the go. Like no casual fan hip hop fans really talk about the impact of Big L,
Right.
and it's unfortunate because he the Devil's Son, Flamboyant Entertainment, yeah, he's great.
He is criminally underrated. I'm going to start using that phrase way more often. You said it twice today. I
Yeah,
said it twice.
it's one of my
Criminally
favorite.
underrated.
I so since we're talking goat conversation, so Charlemagne, he was recently on a radio show or podcast, and he said that Drake is the LeBron of rap and Jay-Z is the Michael Jordan. Uh,
I, well, to be honest, I think I'd flip it because, I mean, you think about Michael Jordan, 6 rings.
mhm,
I think Drake, and I think, number one singles, number one albums equates
yeah,
to a ring, I guess.
Mhm.
So I'm thinking Drake statistically would compare to Jordan more, but that's just my opinion. I don't know about you.
Yeah. A- um, and I saw a lot in that. Like there are a lot of comments on it there. Like, you're just completely forgetting Lil Wayne there, and then like people are like, nope, Lil Wayne's the Kobe, you know?
Yeah, Lil
Yeah,
Wayne is the Kobe probably.
which I once I saw that compare once I saw like, okay, Lil Wayne, Kobe, like all the pieces kind of like fit
Yeah,
together
you
for
kind of
me,
like you start
and
from
like
there and then build your basketball
yeah,
comparisons.
because like like, I mean, before Kobe passed away, he was a very polarizing figure. Before then, a whole lot of people hated him. A whole lot of people still
Hmm.
do hate him, which you don't want people to change their opinions just because and things. So, um, but yeah, and I feel he's very comparable to Lil Wayne. There's a lot of flash in Lil Wayne. There was a lot of flash in Kobe's
Oh yeah,
game.
oh yeah.
So once I saw that comparison, it really like the puzzle fit together, and I'm like, all right, he's got a point, you know.
Yeah, yeah. I still think Drake would be Jordan, just statistically, just
Hmm.
versatile all around. Like if you, I think if you, someone was to ask me who is like one of the most, who is the most all around artist of your generation, my generation, I have to say Drake, just because that's just the guy making the most different types of music, but doing
Yeah,
it successfully and still racking up Billboard hits. Making kind of Jamaican themed club anthems, then making hard trap music to making soft stuff like Marvin's Room. Like it's he's the whole spectrum is Drake.
yeah. I feel personally how I would put it though is I'd actually put as the Jordan, I'd put Kanye West.
That's not a bad comparison.
And then because I'm talking about like 2000 on, so
Okay.
like because we could put a whole other conversation with these guys in the 80s and
Right.
90s.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, so I put Kanye West as the Jordan, and then I have as what's it called, as
That's the
the
LeBron,
Kobe,
the Kobe.
as the Kobe I actually have Drake, and as the LeBron, I have Lil Wayne,
Hmm.
because if you think about it, you know, Kobe emulated Jordan's game. Drake emulates a lot of what Kanye like. Kanye's 808s and Heartbreak very influential on Drake's R&B style.
Of course. Of course.
And originally before Drake and Kanye had that whole falling out, and they're still not talking.
Right.
Um, before then it was a you know they had a collaborative relationship, and
Yeah.
Kanye produced for Drake, had a lot of influence on his sound. So I like if personally I feel that's how the puzzle best fits together, but I completely get like where Charlemagne was going there.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. So one more. So
All right.
Playboy Cardi, uh Whole lot of red still hasn't dropped.
Sure.
Fans are very angry at him now because now they're stuck in quarantine with nothing to do, and they still
And
don't have a new album from him.
yeah, that would.
And, Lil Uzi said that he will drop his third project of 2020 as soon as
As
he
he.
he drops, which I, you know they had that whole falling out. They're still not
Right.
talking. It's really unfortunate because if they didn't have that falling out, you would have seen Playboy Cardi features all over Love Is Rage too. You know,
Oh yeah, that would have been nice.
not Love Is Rage too. I mean Love Is you know what I mean, the
Eternal Take.
yeah, the deluxe.
Yeah, love is rage.
Love versus the
Love
world.
versus the world.
Yeah, he has so many like love things. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So
A whole lot of red still hasn't dropped. Do you think it's gonna drop anytime soon?
Well, I don't think so because of the fact that people continue to leak his music. Why would he drop? drop like these songs if they just continuously just get leaked? He wants to put out like an album where of like these songs never heard before and other
Right.
stuff. And meanwhile he's performing unreleased songs at concerts and fans know all the lyrics.
I
Like
mean, he needs to tighten his circle then, because somebody is
he
ratting out
need
his music.
he
Like,
needs to change his password from password 123.
yeah, for real. Like, his password ain't even that. It's just password, bro. He needs to change it from password to password 123, man. No
Yeah.
lie, because like he needs to get his act together.
Yeah,
Especially if people keep leaking his music. I wouldn't want people leaking my music.
yeah, I feel really bad for him. I feel really bad for like any artist that suffers these leaks.
Yeah,
Um, like it's because I completely get as a fan you want to hear the music. Like I really want to hear Yandi and
right.
but like from Kanye West, but Yandi's not going to come out because Kanye is now dedicating himself to gospel music.
Yeah,
So so like I understand that and everything, but like if someone like is preparing an album and you know that album's gonna come, why are you gonna leak it?
yeah,
Just be a little patient, and it's gonna be so much better when you do, especially
and yeah,
because if you listen to all of these leaks, and then next thing you know it, the person like Playboy Cardi drops the album, and it's all songs that you already know, you're gonna
and
be
it's
like,
like,
what's the point of this?
right. You wanna
You're not going to be happy as a fan, and he's not going to be happy as an artist. I feel it's a lose-lose situation, and leakers are ruining music.
leakers are some herbs, man.
Facts. Big
Facts.
facts. You got anything you want to
I think I'm good on my end. I think we covered what's been going on in the.
we covered a good amount.
Yeah, yeah. I think we
All right,
we did all
well,
we did all right today.
signing off the Ecstasy special.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
Ryan Kingston.
I am welcome.
See y'all. Stay safe. Wash
Stay
your
safe, stay
hands.
healthy. Don't touch your face. Even though I've been touching my face this whole video, I've been
Facts.
literally touching my face this whole time. Do not touch your face.